Alright guys, fixing to kind of revive something that I have already. I see this thing right here. I built this 2 years ago, actually 2 winters ago. I built this and I put it in the greenhouse during the winter, and I actually grew tomatoes in there during the winter, and I had 4 plants on it. And you see the way it's made? At the top there was identical at the bottom, and then I drilled the hose and just ran me some rope, and so the wood, I had burned it, and it's still good. So what I'm gonna do, so I didn't do it this past winter because I had these things planted in here, and this was some dwarf tamarellas. I was trying something out. It takes 2 years, but it didn't make it through our winter. So I'm pulling this up. I'm gonna clean it out. I'm gonna mend the soil, and I'm gonna put 4 tomato plants in here. And I'm gonna leave this out here to get plenty sun and to grow some tomato plants in. So here's a little tight little space here that I can use, right? And it gives me this 18-inch diameter area that I could actually put 4 plants in. I've done it already. So I'm gonna clean it up. I'm gonna clean this thing up, get all this out. I'm gonna amend the soil some, and put 4 tomato plants in here. That's what I'm gonna do. So this down here, down at the bottom here, I don't know if y'all could see it. Let me try to look in the camera because it's hard with the sun out like this. It's really hard. Okay, so the barrel, this was it was a barrel, a plastic barrel that I had cut, and the other half, I don't know what I did with it. I was using it for something. I wound up throwing it away, I think. And I put this together so that I could grow some tomatoes in the greenhouse during the winter. And man, I tell you, it worked great. It really did. It worked great. And we got tomatoes during the winter. That was the first time I ever done that. And actually, if I wouldn't have had these plants in it, I probably would have done it again this past winter. And maybe not, because I got stuff in here now. I really don't have room in there. It's a little bitty. It's only a 9x10 greenhouse. That's all I can fit on my property right now, you guys, is this 9x10 greenhouse. And the thing's 8 feet tall. I made this 7 feet tall so that it would fit in there. And man, it did great. So anyway, I just had it sitting back here, and I just had the thought, let me plant some, because I bought some tomato plants. And I'm gonna plant some in the ground over there. But before I even start doing that, I can get 4 of them started in here. These things rooted pretty good. The winter was just too cold, and I pushed them to the side back then. I really didn't tend to them. That's probably more the reason why they died. I really didn't tend to them or take care of them. This is some good greens here that the chicken would love. Break up some of it. Might be too big. There's a lot of root here. Throw this into chickens. Hey ladies, come on, here. Get that. That's actually some clover, which is pretty good that was growing in here, because that would be kind of amending the soil some. Adding, you know, nitrogen to the soil. But I'm going to fertilize it. This is some of the other chickens. You got to see the size of some of these worms in the compost. Let's see if I can get there quick enough before they bury themselves. Look, right there, there's one there. There's a piece, look, it's kind of his head sticking out here. Nice sized worms in here. This come out my compost, you guys. Now look, this is a great idea for backyard homesteading. This takes up very little amount of space. You know, if I was going to make a row with tomatoes plants, okay, you know, and this is not quite a foot apart, but it's close enough. You know what I mean? Where the plant actually has plenty room on you know, most of it sides of it has plenty of room to push out. So what you could do is you can trim the branches that's growing in the inside if you want, you know what I mean? You can do whatever you want with it. I did a lot of trimming on it when I had it in a greenhouse, because it got to the 7 feet and started going beyond it, so I had to keep it trimmed, and it was really bushed out a lot. and that was with the winter heat in the greenhouse, you know. So this is going to do really good out here. I know it is, and I'm glad I thought about it today, and I get to show you guys this because man, if you get a hold of a barrel, and especially a barrel that, you know, maybe sealed up on the top, where you can cut it in half, or not, maybe not quite in half, but even in half it's not bad. But you know, you can get you two pieces from the top and the bottom, drill you some drain holes in it, and you can see what I did with the 2x4 here. You know, all you do is you go in the bottom of your barrel and you take your measurement, you know, or what I did was I took the 2x4 and I set it in the middle, and I reached down there and I took a measurement, like, let's see, get where the sun's not blaring right in the camera. Okay, so I measured from this side of the board to the edge of the barrel, and so I went ahead and screwed that in, and did it on the other side. It was the same measurement, and then just you come this way and butt it to, you know, set the 2x4 in there with that base on it, and then you add these two, and it stands up by itself, really. And so and then you just drill your holes. Come on out, drill your holes on each one, run your some rope through it. And I had a big roll of rope because we used to do crafts. Me and my middle daughter, we used to do crafts, and I had bought a big old spool of rope. I've been having it probably 20 years. I'm just now using it up. Anyway, this is perfect for tight spaces. It's perfect for backyard homesteading, where you know you just don't have the space to, like, you know, do a whole row of tomato plants, you know. So vertical growing's good thing. This is something good here for us backyard homesteaders. So I'm gonna get me four tomato plants planted in here, and you watch how great they're gonna do. They're gonna really do well, and they're gonna be out here in the full sun, what they need. And if anything ever happens where you have to, if the sun, because you know, we down here in Louisiana, our summers start getting really brutal, and sometimes it starts killing the plants because it's just that hot. It gets too hot, you know. So let me move this, and because of what this is reminding me of something I'd like to explain to y'all, something else I got on my mind that I'm gonna do. Just hang on a second. Now, speaking of how it gets so hot here, it starts killing plants. It does, you know. It gets that hot here. Okay, so this is my herb garden. Remember this, right? Now I planted some more stuff since the last video you've seen of it. But my plan is I'm gonna take some blocks like that. I'm gonna take another row of blocks and I'm gonna put them all along here, all the way down. Just so we can widen this path, so it'll be easier for us to walk down. Now, what I'm also going to do is, at the same measurements of the greenhouse, which it goes back 10 feet, I'm going to come out, and on the outside of these blocks I have here, I'm going to put me a post on each side, and I'm going to run me a post, like, you know, just like I don't know how high, probably, I got to figure out a height. Probably high enough for me, I want to be able to walk under it. So 6.5 to 7 feet high, and put a cross piece, okay? And then I'm fixing to order, just so I have it for then, another roll of some shade cloth, okay? And I'm gonna attach the shade cloth, like I'm gonna run something in the middle where I can attach the shade cloth to, and then come out with the shade cloth and cover this in the middle of the brutal part of, our summers, because things they hurt when they with our sun sometimes. Okay, here's a bay leaf tree. This here is some lavender. I want to put some lavender in here. And this right here is cilantro. There is cayenne pepper. Oh, look at that already. There's a pepper growing out already. Cayenne peppers. This is sweet banana peppers here. And okay, this right here is some onion chives. This is some mint. And this is, look, this container growing stuff, guys, is great, especially for mint, because invasive that mint is, right? I mean, mint, you plant it in your garden. Man, my hand smells good just doing that. You plant it in your garden, and the roots grow all over the place, and they'll kill the other plants. That's what they usually do. That's why it's not good to put mint around your vegetable gardens, but you want to grow it. God, it smells so good. So anyway, container growing is a good way to, to keep your mint going. Here's some dill. This is my, that's a jalapeno pepper. This is my Brazilian starfish pepper. It's looking like it's might be fading out. I don't know. We'll see. If it does, it does. This is I put a new basil in here, but this is a basil from last year, and actually I got all these. I guess it's seeds. I'm gonna pull all that off and see if I can save some seeds. Here's some parsley. Here's some lemon thyme. Some sage, and this is my rosemary I've been having for couple of years, and this is my oregano I've been having for a little while, since last year. So this is my little herb garden here, and I want to try to keep it protected in the hottest part of the summer. It's going to need protection, because right here, this gets as many hours of the day that we have sun in the summer. It's going to get it right here. This is brutal. This is brutal summer heat right here, and I don't know how good the herbs can handle it. So I'm gonna be ready to be able to shade them some. If I get a 50% cloth, they'll still get 50% sun, and they won't get so damaged. You know what I mean? So that's the plan. When I said about I said something that reminded. Oh, I forgot what it was. I said something that reminded me of that. Oh, because this here, this with the barrow and this, I can move. I can move it. I can get my hand truck, and I can move it actually. And I might do that for when the fall comes in the winter. I might take that thing and wheel it into the greenhouse and continue growing tomatoes, because I've done it already. So that's what this is going to be, tomatoes right here. So I'm gonna keep it right here. I had a tree right here. I had a lemon tree, a pink lemon tree, and I transplanted it into that over there. You see it right there? And because it was in that barrel, which I'm gonna be using those barrels to make my trellises for my dragon fruit. Okay, because dragon fruit's another one that needs the heat, but man, when it gets to the winter, man, it doesn't do good at all. So I need to be able to get it out of the cold, and hopefully by then I have a bigger greenhouse, or have some kind of way to help them out. Because I've also had thoughts of, see, I had bought another one of these because I needed the plastic, but I still might buy another one and attach it to this some kind of way, and extend this out some more. Even though I have my compost piles here, I can still, I don't know, I had thoughts of extending this out some kind of way. So, if I got to move one of them, I'll move one. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna be using this up right here in the next week, using the rest of the compost, because I'm gonna be amending these beds, amending these things for the dragon fruit. I got one I got to fill up, and I might look for another barrel, another barrel somewhere and maybe make me another one of these stands like this, because I do have something over here that has nothing in it, and I need to grow something in this, and that's this one here. And this is I used a 10-gallon, or I think it's either a 10 or 15-gallon nursery pot, but I took some wire that I had, it was cut down, and I just kind of rounded it a little bit and forced it in there, and it held it in there. And I had, you know, when I first did it, I kind of tied this, pulled it together to keep it round, and it does well. Now I had some of those dwarf tamarellas in there, they died off. So now I got this. This is another little vertical thing I can grow something on. So I could either I could put some cherry tomatoes in here, so I can tie them off in here, or put some more tomatoes, or what else would grow that I need? Cucumbers. I could do cucumbers in there. So I got this. So I'm gonna be getting this one ready, and I'm gonna amend that soil, clean it out, and amend it, and I'm gonna be planting something here. I just don't know exactly what I'm gonna plant yet, because I just planted 6 cucumber plants. Man, the wind's blowing that wood around. I might have to screw that down so it don't move. I just planted me some cucumbers here today. I went and picked some up because mine it's too small and I can't wait any longer. I want to get some growing, so I do have some coming up. Because I remember I was planting sunflowers and cucumbers, and something was getting here and digging in here and eating everything. So my squash and zucchini. So I had like, what I got 4 yellow squash plants that are coming up, so I can get that in the ground. I got 1, 2, 3, 4 cucumbers. I had one, it looked like somebody ate something on it. I just hope they don't eat these. I hope they make it. Look, something's chewing on it, man. I really think it's the lizards. I really do. I really do. So anyway, but here's some tomato plants I got coming up. They didn't get those. There's some okra. Now, because it was getting hot in here, some of these were dying. So that's why I put my shade cloth on now to kind of help protect some of this, because this stuff's too young to really experience the brutal heat that we have down here. Some of y'all up north, your greenhouses work perfect for your weather, but here, greenhouse in the spring and the summer is brutal, man. It'll get, like right now, it feels good in here. It's 80, about maybe 80, 87 degrees in here is what it is right now. Okay, that's not bad at all. If I turn my fan on, I could probably get it down a couple of degrees, and I usually have it on. I just don't right now. But so anyway, the brutal heat was killing my coffee plants, and even though those are tropical, they're indirect. And usually coffee plants in the wild, or where in South America where they grow them, they're under the canopy of trees, so they get indirect sunlight. So this thing was, the heat was good, but it was getting a lot of sun in here too. So the shade cloth really, I had to get it on. I forgot about putting the shade cloth on here. Kind of, the greenhouse thing is new to me. Okay, this is my 2nd year with it. It's my 3rd year, let's say. Okay, but it's still new, even though it's 3 years. It's still, I've been growing my stuff in my yard for 30 years. Okay, so and just this is my 3rd year with a greenhouse. I still don't remember. I got to put the shade cloth up there. I just forget those things. So anyway, that's what's going on in here. It feels nice in here. It gets 50% of the sunlight in here, which is perfect, really, I think. And so that's why I'm gonna extend that on this outside here over my herb garden to help keep that protected from the brutal heat. Now they need the heat and the sun. They can handle a lot of it, but we're in the spring right now, and our summers, when it gets up in the hundreds, sometimes these plants they can handle it, but when it goes on day after day after day, like if we get a good, like a dry spell, no rain, and you get this brutal heat every day, all day long, you know, for 12, 14 hours of 100-degree weather, or almost all day, you know, your morning you might come out here and it's 90 degrees. 88, your morning might start off at 88 to 90 degrees, and then by the time, you know, lunchtime, it's already, you know, high 90s, you know, and because of our high humidity here, it makes it feel even hotter. So, all right, I'm explaining all that, but I really need to get this done. This is just about done. I need to get some tomatoes in here, and I'm thinking about putting it right here. I'm thinking a little more. I might swap it there and put that tree here, just so, because if I push that all the way up there, I got some a shaded area right there, which I would rather have more sun for the tomatoes right now. Or if I leave it right here, but I need it pushed back. So I might swap these. I'm not sure yet. I'm just not that sure yet. See, this doesn't have nothing that would cause a shade on it. That's my comfrey growing there. Look, come back. As soon as it started getting hot, this stuff started coming back, because it was looking a little shaky because of the winter, you know. But man, it's coming back. So I'm gonna be making some more salve soon, because we're about running out. And I gave a lot of it away, let people try it. But I am. We stopped giving it away. I stopped trying to sell it because we're using it, and it's working really well. And it works really good. My goji berry plants are really just filling out, real thick greenery, but I'm not getting any signs of any flowers yet. So I'm hoping that we get some berries this year. If not, well, we don't, but I'm hoping we do. They're looking really nice. They got a nice dark green, filled out, really good, really good. So anyway, all right, let me get to planting these tomatoes in the ground, or in this container here. I'm gonna set you up back here. You can just watch along. Some pretty good stuff. It's only 463, but it's good for tomato plants, vegetable, and herbs. And so I started using some of this, trying it out, because I usually, you know, only use chicken manure. But I wanted to try some of these fertilizers out this year. And let me put some of this in the soil. It's not a real heavy fertilizer, but it's probably just enough. Oh, for them worms, man. Nice. This will settle down too when I water it. Cedar worms. One of them fell out. Get you back in here, buddy. Come on. Let's get back in there. Let's go. Come on. All right. Let me see what ones I want to use. Okay. Looks good. I'll link the video where I made this, because that way you could see how it was made. Yeah, so I'll show that to you. I'll link that video in the description, okay? One over here, so and I might move this one. I'm not sure where, and I might not move it. So all right, so let me get to fixing this. Okay, so I got that done today, guys. I got this cleaned out and planted some tomato plants in here. I got 4 plants in there. This thing here, some wire that I had found, or maybe something I had cut off or something. It was enough to round this off and stick it in this pot. And so I got three tomato plants in here, and this one needs, I'm gonna have to probably tie this one up because the wind's blowing it over already. Yeah, I could have stuck it further down in the ground. Actually, you know, tomato plants, it doesn't matter how deep you put them in the ground. The deeper, actually, the better sometimes. So let me just stick her down in the ground deeper like that. There we go. There we go. Now she's okay. All right. Okay, so that's what I got done today. Alright guys, I'm just blessed that I was able to do that today, and for you guys to hang out with me while I did it, and I hope I can do this video good for you. I hope I can edit it and you can see everything good enough. So anyway, you guys be blessed, okay? And I'll see y'all on the next video. Bye.